today I have a really, really exciting guest, and we will drop a lot of value on how to monetize from Facebook. We don't want Zuckerberg to be the sole beneficiary of all your audience building and all your friends, adding friends and being in the digital world. He's earning a lot from us. So today we take that power back, and Zeki will show us how, as well as I want you guys to know who Zeki is. If you guys don't know who Zeki is, I believe a lot of you do. So hashtag Zeki if you do know Zeki, and if you don't know Zeki, then hashtag live. So let me, and smash that heart button, because I want the rest of the group to know, hey, how do we take our power back from Zuckerberg always making money from us? It's time for us to make money ourselves from Facebook. So welcome, Zeki. Thanks for joining me today. And I want you to take it away and tell us a little bit about yourself, like your origin story and how you got here.
Thanks for having me on here, Kim. I'm really excited to jump on this with everyone who's here. I'm going to pull it up on my phone in a second because I always like to see who's chilling with us and, respond to you guys if you have questions and stuff like that. But I see there's already some people here. So again, if you have not commented to let us know that you're here, please drop a hashtag, whatever you want to hashtag, hashtag live or hashtag, replay if you're watching the replay, or hashtag how you doing. Let me know what city you're tuning in from. We're going to jump into this. So what I want to, first off, what we're going to talk about today is, as Kim mentioned, is we're going to talk about organic marketing. There's tons of different ways to market your offers, but for a lot of people getting started, or even if you're not just getting started, but you have an audience, you want to be able to monetize that audience. And if you can monetize it organic, it's awesome. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Before we jump into that, I'll briefly tell you a bit about my story, because it also ties in directly with this, because organic marketing honestly saved my life. And you'll see exactly why I say that in a second. But my journey in entrepreneurship started back in 2012 when I was a young 21-year-old. I don't know if I did the math properly, but I think I was 21. So back in 2012 is when my journey started. And there are so many different things that I tried, like a lot of you. When we jump into entrepreneurship, a lot of times we get our first exposure to the idea of passive income, or generating income in some form or fashion outside of the 9-to-5, and we see that as like a light at the end of the tunnel to rescue us from having to work the rest of our lives at a job. And nowadays you don't even get to retire. So I really didn't want to live that life. So there were so many different things that I tried over the span of those years, trying to make it work for me. And for the vast majority of that time, I wasn't making money. I was just failing at one thing after another, which I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to. Maybe you've been through that. Maybe you're at that stage in your journey right now. But what ended up happening for me was, there were so many different things that I tried, and eventually I got into e-commerce. I was selling physical products primarily through Facebook ads. And because I was relying on Facebook ads as my sole source of traffic, I didn't know any other ways to drive traffic. It was very, very cash intensive. And this was a time where I was a university student, and you guys know how university students live. It kind of broke, and I did have a job, but it wasn't paying me tremendously, because it was technically part-time, but kind of semi-full-time. I worked full-time basically on a part-time pay, so I wasn't able to, I didn't know a lot of ways that I could make some extra money. And I was funneling all the money that I made through my job, through even like my student loans and stuff like that, into running these Facebook ads, because the way I saw it is, I just saw so much potential, and it seemed like the promised opportunity to me to get myself out of that financial rut, and so that when I finished university, I would have an asset. I would have a business that would pay me, and I wouldn't have to go. I knew I didn't want to go into that corporate world and just work the rest of my life and be a slave to the 9-to-5 and all that kind of stuff. So while I was going through that journey, it's a long story and there's so much we can unpack, so I'm not going to go too deep into all of that. But what I will fast forward to is when I had to shut down my e-commerce business. And what ended up happening was, because it was so cash intensive and I didn't really have a strong source of income to rely on, I ended up running out of money. And even worse, so I couldn't run my ads anymore because I ran out of cash. But even worse is, while I ran out of that cash to run my ads, I was also going through a lot of difficulties in my personal life because of some bad decisions I had made. So like I said, every single dollar that I could get my hands on, I was funneling it towards those Facebook ads, because the more money I had to spend in Facebook ads, I was using the Facebook ads to test my products, to test the market and all that kind of stuff. The more money that I had to put into that, the more I could tweak my ads, the more I could figure out what people wanted to buy. And that was really, as I saw it, the key to me being successful. If I could just find that winning product, find the winning audience, and tweak my ads right, then and those ads are profitable, then I can scale up from there. That's what I was trying to do. So that's why I was willing to put so much money and take so much risk into it, was because I knew other people who had gotten a lot of success through this, or at least I thought from perception seemed like they were getting a lot of success through it. So I believe that if I just kept sticking it through, I would be able to do that as well. So I made the bad decision of not paying some of my bills, including my rent. For a couple of months, I procrastinated on paying my rent. I didn't pay my electricity bill. I didn't pay my phone bill. There were a lot of bills, very important bills, that I did not pay because I took that money and I needed the extra money to put into ads. And that's the only way that I knew how to drive traffic. So when I ran out of that cash and I had to shut down all the ads because I didn't know any other traffic strategies, what that meant for me is I had to completely shut down my business. But now the worst part about it all, and that made the whole situation so bleak, was because of that decision that I made to invest that money into my ads instead of paying off these bills that I had. Now I had all these bills that had been piling up for the past couple months, and I owed a couple grand in rent. On top of that, I owed money in, for my other bills, my phone bill, my electricity bill, and just other bills that I had been procrastinating on paying. And I ended up getting a letter that same time. And this is what really made me be like, okay, you know what? I had to shut down the ads and everything. I got a letter from my landlord that told me you have 2 months to pay everything that you owe, or I'm taking you to court and you're going to be out on the streets. And I was freaked out, obviously, because not only did I have to shut down my business, but I didn't have any other way to generate enough money to actually even be able to pay off what I owed. Like, it was an impossible situation because I was a student. I already had a job. I couldn't afford to get another job on top of it. I didn't even have qualifications, as far as I was aware of, that anybody would be willing to hire me for a job that would pay me enough to pay off all the debt that I had at that point. So I was really, really stressed out. But sometimes a lot of life is about how you deal with stress and how you address stress. So I could have taken that and, just been defeated, and probably would have ended up homeless or something. I don't know. But what I decided to do was, I was like, you know what? Like, either I'm doomed. Like, that's already a given. If I don't do anything right now, I'm doomed. So the best thing that I can do is figure out a way out of this situation and use the stress as a motivator to get myself out of this situation.
You've reached a feature.
So as much as I wanted to give up at that point, I didn't give up, because I knew that if I just stuck with the status quo and if I didn't figure out another way to generate some more money quickly, then I would be screwed. So I ended up getting this book because I think I was targeted through Facebook ads or something. I don't know. Somehow it just came at the right time. It was Russell Brunson's book, Expert Secrets. And
good book.
And that book just showed up in front of me somehow, at the right time. So I ordered it. It was only like $15 to pay for the shipping. And the reason I ordered that book was because in the back of my head, I was thinking about how can I get myself out of this situation? And I knew I couldn't keep doing what I was already doing. I couldn't keep running Facebook ads to these e-commerce physical products. I was losing a bunch of money. Technically, the ads themselves were profitable in that I was getting positive ROAs, a return on ad spend. But the issue was I was dealing with physical products. When you're dealing with physical products, there's just more things that you have to worry about that you don't have to worry about with digital products, right? So that got me thinking, hey, what if I create a digital product so that I only have to create it once, and then I can run ads to it or market it however I need to market it, but I don't have to keep paying extra money to fulfill it. I just have to spend whatever I spend in the advertising or marketing budget. So I started trying to shift from physical products to digital products, and that's why I picked up the book from Russell Brunson, because the book, basically what it promised was to help you figure out what it is that, what advice or what information you have that you can sell people and build a business around. So that's what I was thinking. Now, as I was reading the book, Russell Brunson casually mentioned somewhere in the book the idea of if you don't have your own product to sell, or if you can't think of something, what you can do in the meantime is you can take other people's products and you can apply these marketing techniques to those products and sell those products instead. That was the first time that I actually seriously thought of what we call affiliate marketing. What I just referred to is called affiliate marketing. And I had been aware of affiliate marketing before, but not really aware of it, because when I was going through all my journey from 2012 up until, now, and trying so many different things, one of the things that I got involved in was MLM. And I had left the MLM world years ago. And I had a lot of friends who were also in MLM that left the MLM world, and I still had them as friends on Facebook. Some of them jumped into what they called affiliate marketing, and I saw the posts, I saw the things they would share on Facebook, and the best way for me to describe it was all extremely spammy. And that was my perception of affiliate marketing, is that you're just, trying to make a quick buck. You're just promoting things that aren't giving real value to people, aren't really helping people in any way. And you don't care if you screw them over. You just want to get that quick buck right away. So I always stayed away from it. But when Russell talked about it in his book, he presented it at he painted a completely different picture that got me thinking more seriously about it. Because the picture he painted was that basically all it is you are a digital marketer. You're just marketing something. That thing happens to be a product that someone else created rather than you. Which that was something that I was comfortable with and I could wrap my head around. And it also solved my number one problem, which was I didn't know what I could sell. I didn't think that I had any advice or anything that people would be willing to pay for. So affiliate marketing seemed like a really, a really great solution to all of that. So I switched from e-commerce to affiliate marketing. My first month, I jumped on the old affiliate bootcamp that ClickFunnels used to have. Now they updated it and it's amazing. I went through it, but the old one was a bit outdated at the time that I jumped in. And it talked a lot, it talked about certain things which were good, but it also talked about Facebook ads and kind of taught it what to do in affiliate marketing with Facebook ads. And I would call it an outdated approach. So, but I took that approach anyways. And I ended up all that money that I owed to my landlord and all that kind of stuff, I managed to get out of that situation by borrowing money from good friends. I had good friends that were willing to lend me a couple $1,000s. I was very lucky. So I averted that situation and I paid off my landlord and everything. And I had a couple $100 left over so that I could just play with it in getting started to, a new venture. And I told my friends that I was going to pay them back as soon as possible within the next couple months, which for me was a big deal because I didn't want to mess up those relationships. So I knew I had to, get myself off of the ground and make this. The first priority was to make that money back so I can give that money back to my friends so I don't run into any issues with them. And so that first month in affiliate marketing, I tried to take the Facebook ad approach because I had already done Facebook ads. I had gotten really familiar with Facebook ad targeting and stuff like that. There was still a lot more I could have learned with strategy. That's what I realized after. But I had learned targeting and all of that. So I figured, you know what? I'm just going to run Facebook ads to these offers and I'll be good to go. So that's what I did. I spent $800 or like over, I don't remember what the time span was, but it was during my first month. I didn't make any money. So I just, after I went through all of that, I just lost another $800. The funny thing is technically I didn't lose that $800 because I collected a bunch of emails, but because I was so, inexperienced in online marketing, I never emailed those people. So those emails were kind of useless. But the bright side of it all is because I was in that situation where, again, I had no choice but to keep going. I could not give up. Giving up would be the worst option for me at the time because it would just be guaranteed failure. So I said I had to keep going. So what do I do now? I can't spend any more money in Facebook ads, and I just lost another $800. So at that point, I decided, yeah. So at that point, I decided, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to focus on organic marketing, which for me, it's kind of a brand new thing. I haven't used organic marketing before. I've only been using Facebook ads, but I'm going to dedicate myself to learning this and implementing what I learned. So I went and joined some Facebook groups. A lot of people ask, oh, where are you supposed to find, content or strategies to use? So many people share their strategies out there for free. So what I did was I joined Facebook groups of people who are accomplishing what I wanted to accomplish. Dream car winners with ClickFunnels, people who are killing it with affiliate marketing. And I looked at the free content that they posted, what they said they were doing to get their results, and I just started putting some of that stuff into practice. Simple things that were manageable for me, at the time. So I started just some of the things I started doing was I started joining multiple Facebook groups, engaging with people in those Facebook groups, providing value, answering questions. Eventually, a lot of those people would add me as friends. Some of them would message me on Messenger, which would start conversations where I can find out what's going on with them and their business. They'd have certain issues. I knew about trainings or programs or softwares or things like that that could help them with those issues. So I was able to recommend those stuff. And long story short, a month from over the next month from when I lost that first $800, the next month I was able to make my first over $1,000 commissions through affiliate marketing. And I didn't really know like crazy what I was doing. I was just following the free advice that I found in these Facebook groups and putting it into practice. So from that experience and making those first commissions is when I realized, okay, this is real and I'm going to go all in and focus my efforts. And that's when I started actually taking it seriously, started building up my own Facebook group, started focusing on building my audience and my email list and all that kind of stuff. And then fast forward from there, 7 months later from that first introduction to affiliate marketing, within 7 months, I was able to get myself to the point through affiliate marketing that I comfortably left my job for good and have not gone back since. And I've also, my income has been consistently increasing since I left my job. One of the reasons I actually left my job at that point was I realized that since I had been making money already now through affiliate marketing, if I could just focus my efforts, if I could leave my job and focus my efforts fully on what I'm doing online, then I could exponentially grow my income. And it was a very nerve-wracking, I'm going to be honest, it was a very nerve-wracking decision to make, to leave my job, because a part of me, even though I looked back on the past 7 months at that point and I was like, okay, every month I've been making money, there was still a little voice inside me was like, but Zeki, this is all a fluke. It's all gonna stop tomorrow. You know what I mean? But I was like, no, I'm gonna take the jump. I'm gonna do it. I'm really happy I did it, because now I've been able to fully focus on what I do online, and I've been making a lot more money every single month as a result. When I look at, you know, what I make through my business combined with even what I was making through my job before. So it's been a great journey. It's been a lot quicker. Now, with that said, I just want to remind you guys, because some people hear these stories and they're like, oh, this guy did it in 6 months, or this girl did it in 4 months, or whatever. Remember, I said I've been trying to do this since 2012. So wherever you are in your journey, understand that failure and that difficulty and all that stuff we go through, it's part of the journey. And what it's going to do is, you know, early in my journey, I always felt like I sucked. I always felt like I didn't know what I was doing, like I wasn't good at marketing, like I wasn't good at communicating, and all this kind of stuff. But what happens is over time, you keep sucking at it, but eventually you start getting really good. And then it starts becoming second nature. And it's just like, you know, now you're doing a launch or whatever, and you know exactly what moves to do to get the results that you want to get. So the game completely changes, and that only happens when you stick it through. But yeah, that's basically my story, and that's how organic marketing saved my life. It was because of organic marketing I was able to get to this point, and then now I'm able to reinvest into my business because of the money that I made organically, and it's just been an awesome journey. And I'm sure a lot of people, you know, can benefit from really taking the time and studying organic marketing on Facebook, because it's just a huge opportunity. I don't know how many people are on Facebook. I think it's around 2 billion people, but obviously that's not entirely your market. But my point is there is a huge opportunity for more than just Mark Zuckerberg. There's opportunity for us too. And that's why I'm really excited to share this stuff with you guys.
All right, and I usually interrupt you, but you were in such a flow. I usually say, hey people, hey Dan, thanks for joining. Hey Tony, hey Danielle, hey Daniel, hey Jay. Guys, I want this to be interactive, so of course with the story, with Zeki's story, we're not really interacting that much, but once he gets into me asking him questions, I want you guys to ask him questions, because I strongly believe Zeki has figured out marketing to some extent, and it has impressed me the way that he does his launches. So whenever I see him launch something, then I follow him, because the content he creates during his launch and how he launches and the way he launches, it makes sense. And it's like something that, you know, has some steps in it, but isn't super rocket science. So it will help you in terms of launching whatever program you have. In this specific instance, he's launching his software. And that's really exciting, especially to me, because Zeki is one of the first few people who entered my program a long time ago. And he was kind of like this inactive person. He didn't create his own software. And then around a month ago, was it 2 months ago? 2 months ago, he was like, okay, he's like ready. It's kind of like, you know, an inactive, you know, cell. I don't know. This person has been activated. Like,
Yeah.
and then since then, he was very patient with the process, super patient, and then now he has his software. So I'm really excited to ask him, like, what are his methodologies behind his launch, because I think you'll get a lot of value from that. But and then we'll go into like, what does his software do that will help you automate the process of your launch, but also making money with Facebook in general, like Facebook posts, Facebook groups, your own personal profile. So go ahead, Zeki, and take it away. How did you map out this launch for yourself, and what's your mindset?
Sure.
What are the techniques of your launch?
For sure. So what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm actually going to share my screen in a second, and we'll go through my funnel for the launch, because the strategy that I'm using for this launch at its core is actually really, really simple. But there's so I learned a lot of what I'm doing this time for my launch from a launch that I had before for an online summit that I did, which was it was my first time launching my own product. So I was just kind of testing things, but there were certain things that I learned from it that now I'm employing in this launch. And this launch I just feel like is way, you know, way better orchestrated than that one, because that one I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just kind of trying stuff. So I'll break down exactly what's happening and what the strategy is for my new software that I'm launching. So the first thing that I want to mention, first off, hats off to Kim. Really appreciate your program, because it was super, super helpful. This is my first time putting together a software, and it's just been awesome to, you know, to have this and to see the potential with software. So right now I'm actually in the pre-launch of my software. My goal is to launch the software officially at the end of August. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to build up a wait list before I actually launched the software. And ideally, part of that, you know, part of while building that wait list, I was like, you know what, if I could also get some pre-orders on software so that I cover all the costs that I invested into the software initially, then that would be awesome too. So that's the goals going into this, the strategy that I put together. So give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to share my screen with you. Let me see who's here with us, by the way. I see, hey, Dan Frigo, what's up, brother? Thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate you here. We got Yogesh, we got Saul, we got Andor, Emily, Melissa. We got a lot of people here. Daniel Kaplan, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. And Get Success Online. I don't know your name, but thank you for tuning in with us. All right. So if you guys have not, by the way, if you're here with us, just comment below, and also, you know, smash the heart button. Let's get some engagement on here so that more people can benefit from this stuff.
Yeah, usually I ask them for engagement like at the very beginning, but I didn't want to interrupt you. I'm like, oh, you're going on such a flow right now. It's just
yeah. So you know what I'm gonna do, Kim? If it's cool with you, before I go, since I'm sure they want to know what the software is in the first place, what I'll do is before I go into the strategy, guys, I'll play it's like a 2-minute video on the landing page. I'll actually play that for you guys so that you guys can see exactly what the software is and what it's meant for.
Okay.
So when I'm playing it, I have my computer audio to share, but if for some reason the audio is not sharing, Kim, can you just like give me a heads up?
Okay.
So you guys can see the software here. It's called Comment Funnels, and this video will explain exactly what it does. Hey, my name is Zeki. I'm the founder of Comment Funnels. Here's why I created this awesome software. Like you, I use Facebook to build my audience and sell things. When I first started, I knew it was going to take a lot of work, but I thought once my audience got bigger, it'd get much easier. Turns out, I was wrong. The bigger my audience got, the more work there was for me to keep up with. When I'd post about new offers, there'd be so many comments from people, I just didn't have the time to reply to everyone as quickly as I wanted to, which meant I was leaving tons of leads, sales, and money on the table. This frustrated me, and I knew I had to find a solution. I contacted some of my marketing friends and asked them if they knew about any tools that could help me with my problem. They had nothing. I knew I couldn't afford to keep spending my time replying to comments one by one. It was getting in the way of other things I needed to focus on to help serve my people and grow my business. And the more I talked to people, the more I realized I wasn't the only one with this problem. So I decided to create the solution. And that's how Comment Funnels was born. Comment Funnels lets you automate the entire process of replying to people's comments on your Facebook promotional posts by simply clicking a button and letting the software do the rest of the work for you. That means you can get more leads and more sales with less effort. Sounds great, doesn't it? If you're ready to save time while making more money on Facebook, join the waitlist now to get entered to win a free lifetime license to Comment Funnels. We'll announce the winners on August 19th, just before we launch this amazing software to the public. So go click the button below and join our waitlist now.
That was so well produced. I didn't even see that video. That was so good.
Thanks, I appreciate it. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna share my screen again, and then we can go through the actual funnel. Kim, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And guys, let me know how the sound is like. Comment in the comment section if the sound is good for you guys. I know that when the video played, it was like super loud, so I kind of like reduced the sound a little. but
that's funny because on my laptop it was playing quietly, so I was actually gonna like crank up the volume. Good thing I didn't do that.
And Get Success Online is Stefan. He's one of the influencers that I would recommend you connect with, and I think you did. I think you did. But yes, so his audience would definitely benefit from your software as well. And guys, if you're watching this and you want to have Zeki launch to your audience, if you have an audience, then definitely reach out to Zeki because
for sure. And I would suggest you guys do it ASAP because in the video it mentioned the giveaway. As the video said, I'm choosing the winners on August 19th. So up until August 19th, I'm pushing this wait list really hard because then we're gonna have the free giveaway. The wait list will still be open after that, but the giveaway is gonna be on the 19th. So it gives people a really strong incentive to get on it. And then they're going to get some offers that you guys can make money on as an affiliate, which we'll go in. I'll show you in a second when we go through this funnel. But you guys get the idea of what the software is for. So essentially it automates what I would consider the most repetitive aspect of organic marketing on Facebook, which is responding to those comments on your promo posts. That way you don't have to spend all your time doing it. You don't have to hire someone to do it because even if, a lot of people try to automate the task by hiring somebody. But if you have a big audience that's very engaged and you're constantly, giving them offers and all that kind of stuff, number one, it can get costly. But the bigger problem is all of that time that your assistants or the people you hire are spending just responding to comments. You could have them doing other stuff that would help propel your business forward while you can just have this software take care of the responding for you. You know what I mean? So definitely something that you want to have if you're using Facebook organic at all to build and monetize your audience. So as we go through the funnel, the first page of the funnel is really straightforward. And I think Kim has a link to it somewhere around this video.
Yeah, I pinned the link. So if you guys want to get on the wait list, click on the link. Definitely click on the link.
Perfect. So yeah, so it's pretty simple. Basically, it's just a wait list and it's a giveaway contest. Everyone who gets on the wait list will be entered into the giveaway. Right? So now here's where the strategy comes in because as I said, my whole goal with this pre-launch is I want to build up a wait list and I also wanted to generate some sales right off the bat because I invested resources into developing this app. I hired a software developer and invested some money into the marketing and all of that. So I wanted to break even at minimum on all of that even before I launched the software. So that's where you're going to see the next parts of this whole picture come together. So when someone opts in for the wait list, what happens is the next page they're gonna see is this page. And for those of you guys who know funnels, this is called an OTO or a one-time offer, right? So essentially what I decided to do, I mentioned how this whole idea for this pre-launch strategy came from my virtual summit that I organized months back. And what I did with the virtual summit was before I actually launched the virtual summit, all I had was a waitlist giveaway. I didn't have any kind of OTO or any way to actually monetize it. All I was doing was I was building a list, right? So people would get on the waitlist and then they would see the thank you page immediately after, which we'll come to the thank you page in a second, and I'll explain what's going on here. But with this launch, I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to add to it because I want to actually get pre-orders for the software. So I did the same thing where I have the giveaway. And the reason I decided to do a giveaway, you know, a lot of times when people are trying to promote whatever program they're launching or new thing, usually you want to have a lead magnet to get them on the email list, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times people come up with like a cheat sheet or a random thing. So I could have gone that route. But the reason I really like doing giveaways for these pre-launches, for getting people on the wait list, is because number one, it's a very easy lead magnet. The giveaway itself is a lead magnet that I don't have to actually create. All I have to do is give free licenses to a couple people on the date that I said that I'm going to give those free licenses. So it actually minimizes the
I
amount.
want to stop you right now and let this sink in to the audience. For him to do a giveaway of software, he doesn't have to do anything extra. It's just gathering the 2 emails. That's it. And
Exactly.
adding them to his dashboard. So I want for you guys to let that sink in. He doesn't have to create a free PDF. He doesn't have to try to do anything else. For him to launch the software with that giveaway that makes people want to give up their emails, he just says, hey, you get a free license. That's it.
Exactly. So. And I'm selecting 2 people. So it's not, even for me, it's not a big deal. You know, I don't mind giving 2 free lifetime licenses away. So it's just, it made life really easy for me. But here's the other part of why I chose to do a giveaway. By me making the lead magnet a giveaway of the software itself, it pre-qualifies everybody who I get on my email list. Because why would they join my email list for a giveaway of the software if they're not interested in the software in the first place? Does that make sense?
Yes.
So there was 2 reasons. It was because it's easier for me, but also it's a way for me to qualify everybody who I get on my email list that I know for sure these are people who are interested in the software. And so everybody else who doesn't win it, I can come back to them and say, hey guys, well, guess what? I've opened the doors for the software and now you can actually go and purchase your license for it. So that's why I decided to go with a giveaway. And that's why I really like giveaways in general as the lead magnet for a pre-launch. Now, once someone gets on the wait list for the giveaway, what I decided to do to actually monetize in this process before I launched the software was I gave them a pre-order OTO. So I'm not going to play this whole video, but this video is a video sales letter. You can watch it on your own later if you want to see the approach that I took with it. But to kind of summarize the approach, basically what I told them is, hey, first off, I gave them the details for the giveaway. That's why you can see here, I have a hook here, watch the video for, you know, the giveaway details and a special one-time offer. So in the video, what I tell them is I give them a rundown on what to expect with the giveaway. I tell them on August 19th, I'm going to choose 2 people. I'll be contacting you guys by email to let you know about the winners and yada, 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 whatever, continue. But then what I do is I tell them, before you go to the next page, you're going to want to see the rest of this video because I have a special one-time offer for you. Now, not everybody is going to be able to get a free license because I'm only choosing 2 people, but I do have a way right now for you to get a guaranteed lifetime license at a heavily discounted rate compared to what I'm going to be selling it when we publicly launch. And then I go into the whole, you know, the whole pitch and the whole offer. And when you come on this page, you can see it. But to give you guys a quick rundown of the offer, basically what I'm presenting them is the opportunity to pre-order their lifetime license. And I tell them in the video, what I'm planning to do with comment funnels is I'm actually going to release it on a subscription basis. So you'll be able to either, if they don't decide to take this up with me right now, later on they'll get the opportunity to either subscribe to it monthly or subscribe to it yearly. But this is the only time they're going to get the opportunity from me to purchase a lifetime license at the price that I'm giving it to over here. So I have the whole offer stack here. When you opt into the page, you can go and you can see everything that I'm offering as a part of it if you want to get ideas for your own stuff. And then I have, you know, right here is what I'm offering them is I'm giving them an offer of a one-time offer of $197 where they can purchase a lifetime license that is going to include a lifetime access to the software, but even upgrades, because I'm going to be continually updating the software. I already have, I already know specific features and specific ideas that I'm going to be adding to the software after we launch. And I know just by virtue of people using the software, they're going to have their own suggestions. So what's going to happen is the software is going to evolve over time, and I'm going to keep coming out with new versions of it. So everyone who pre-orders right now, not only do they get lifetime access to the software, but they also get free upgrades for the rest of their life on that software, so they never have to purchase it again. And what I'm doing with the offer, again, because it's a one-time offer, what some people do, and I personally, as a marketer, I don't like this. What some people do is sometimes in their funnels, they give one-time offers, and then later on when you're on Facebook, they retarget you with the same offer. And I'm like, that's not really a one-time offer if I see it again, if I get the opportunity. So I just want to give you guys a heads up when you get in the funnel. Like, if you want to take advantage of this, take advantage of it when you're in the funnel, because it is legitimately a one-time offer. I'm not going to let you get in on it again. like you're blocked from being able to get in on it again. So you want to take advantage of this offer right now. And I am going to be closing it as well, because what I did was to create scarcity. And here's an idea for you when you're doing these kind of launches is there was already some natural scarcity in it, in the fact that I had this giveaway happening on August 19th, and I'm pushing this really hard before August 19th. So everyone's going to be wanting to get on the wait list before then, and then they get this one-time offer that they're not going to see again. And it's very clear in the video sales letter and on the page and everything that this is the only time you're going to see this offer. So there's already that scarcity built into it. But just to add extra scarcity, what I decided to do was I decided to limit this offer to only the first 100 people who jump on it. So once 100 people have purchased this pre-order deal, I just close it down, and then when people opt into the wait list, they're just going to see the thank you page. There's no pre-order available anymore at that point. And the cool thing about that is, number one, there's all the marketing benefits of urgency, scarcity, and all of that. But for me, I don't need to sell more than 100. I don't even need to sell 100 of them, to be honest. I could have limited this to like 10 people or 20 people or whatever, but I decided to make it 100 people because I want affiliates to also have the opportunity to make money on this, because I do have an affiliate program attached to it. But I am closing it down after that 100 people. And what that does for me is, at this point, by the way, guys, like, I already made back, Kim doesn't know this because I didn't mention to her, but I already made back all the money that I invested into this app.
Yeah.
So this app now is essentially a free asset that I own that can generate money for me for the rest of my life.
Wait, hold on. I want you to say that very slowly. I want you to say that very slowly. So before you launch your software, you already paid for the cost of the software.
Exactly.
So,
I already covered the cost of the software, the marketing, and everything. So right now, basically, this didn't cost me anything out of pocket. And it's an asset that I'm going to have that I can just continue to generate revenue from. That's the really cool thing about software, and that's why I'm really happy I jumped on this.
So everything that you make from now on out is pure profit. Pure.
Exactly.
You're not paying for overhead.
Exactly. It just depends on what I spend and what I choose to spend in my advertising, right? But everything that I make from this point forward is profit. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and you're not suffering from expensive overhead. You're not, paying like a lot of money for a salesperson to go out there and sell for you. And for you to give away 100 copies is not so much more effort on your end at all, right?
Exactly. So the hardest part, honestly, guys, of this whole process was building out this funnel. I would say the hardest part for me was doing the video sales letters, because I just don't like writing scripts. But I mean, like, in terms of fulfilling on this and everything, because it's software, life is easy, So yeah, that's pretty much it. You come in here, when you guys actually go to the funnel, you can see the whole offer. Now, there's a couple things that I did that maybe you want to keep in mind if you're mimicking this approach. So I knew that some of the objections people are going to have to this pre-order deal is, number one, the context that people came onto this page is that they just joined a giveaway contest for the same software, right? So some people might not want to take me up on the pre-order because they're going to say, well, I want to wait till August 19th and see if I win the software. So I made it very clear in the video sales letter and also throughout the page that if you're one of those 2 winners on August 19th, it doesn't matter if you purchase today, because I'm going to refund your payment. So you don't have to worry about that. That doesn't need to be an objection. That was the first thing. The second thing was, I know because this is a pre-order, and right now, like, people aren't getting the software right away. They're going to get the software when I actually publicly open the doors for it. There's a risk of buyer's remorse coming in, right? And then they're like, oh man, I purchased the software. Was it a good choice? I don't know. And I didn't get a chance to test out the software, so I don't know if I made the right decision. So what I decided to do to overcome that objection is I put in a 30 days, 100% money back guarantee. But normally what people do with 30 days, 100% money back guarantees is you have 30 days from the day that you purchase, right? Since people aren't getting access to the software immediately when they purchase, they're gonna have to wait until the actual launch date. I modified my 30-day policy a bit. And what I did is, if you read it, the details here, and also in the video, it says, I'm giving you 30 days from the day that I send you your installation link for the software. So what that means is you have 30 days, you can try out the software, you can play with it and all that kind of stuff. And if ultimately you decided it's not right for you, no problem. I have a no questions asked 30 days guarantee. So you just let me know, and you'll get a refund and whatnot. So that's what I decided to do. That's pretty much the whole front side of the strategy, I would say, because there's some stuff on the thank you page I'll walk you through, but it's really, really simple. So far what the strategy is, it's just I'm building a wait list through a giveaway of the software. And then I have an OTO offer for a pre-order deal if they purchase now, and they're one of the first 100 people who purchase while they're still inside the funnel. If they leave, then the opportunity is gone. So once they're past this, what they're gonna get is they end up on the thank you page, and the thank you page is different depending on whether they purchased or not. This is for someone who didn't purchase. If they purchased, I do say, I don't remember exactly what it has, but it's a line here that just gives them a heads up. Congrats, your payment went through. Check your email for confirmation, because I don't want them to be on this page and be confused about whether or not their payment went through. So just make sure there's something there that informs them, but the rest of it I follow up through email. But what happens is, now when they come on this page, it's very simple. This is just a continuation of the giveaway. So the way my giveaway works, and this also feeds into the strategy now, is they earn entries by doing certain tasks. And you guys might have seen this in some funnels. They call it, plugins like Up Viral. I'm using a software called Gleam. They're all the same thing essentially. But there's some cool things that I did with the tasks here, and I'm gonna walk you guys through them in a second. But basically the thank you page is super, super simple. It's essentially, all it is a video here, and all this video does, it's like 1 minute long. It just explains to them, it congratulates them for getting on the wait list, and then it explains to them how to earn as many entries as they can for the contest, what exactly to do. It's just an instructions video. Now, this scorecard here has the tasks that they can do, and I want to show you guys this because it's pretty smart, and it's going to feed into my launch strategy later on when I move from the pre-launch to the actual launch. So the first task that they can do to earn unlimited entries is very straightforward. Anytime you see these plugins, usually it's there, but they can share their referral link on social media, email, whatever, to get other people to opt into the funnel, referred through them, and then they earn more entries for each person that they get referred, right? So that's pretty straightforward. But what I decided to do was I wanted to kill two birds with one stone, or multiple birds with one stone, by doing some other cool things. So what I did was, first off, I wanted to kind of build my audience a bit during this launch. So I added a couple entries that are just simply for, liking comment funnels on Facebook, following me on Instagram, joining my Facebook group and whatnot. But the one thing that I really want to focus on this whole thing, because this right here is gold, and there's a reason, you're going to see how many points I put to each of them. So 1 point per person they refer, 5 points for each of these, like if they follow me or something like that. But this one is 10 points. And I purposely did that because I want them to see it and be like, yo, what is this? Like, I can get 10 points from one task. I want to see what's going on here. Mm-hmm. Here's why I'm giving them 10 points, because this thing to me is gold. I'm asking them to answer a question, which is going to make my life way easier in marketing this software, because the question that I'm having them answer is, it says, help us improve the comment funnels offer. When you joined our waitlist, we offered you a special pre-order deal for the software. So please let us know if you purchased it, what made you decide to purchase? If you didn't purchase, what stopped you from buying it? And they get 10 points for just answering that question for me. Now, what that does for me is, while I'm getting all these people on my email list, I'm getting, pre-order sales and all that kind of stuff, I'm also getting a ton of marketing research because I'm getting all of the objections. First, I'm getting all of the reasons that people did decide to purchase, but I'm also, even more importantly, getting all the objections that stood in the way of people purchasing when I presented them with the pre-order deal. So now when I do the actual launch campaign later, like in a month from now, I'm going to already know a ton of the objections that I didn't anticipate before, and I can build those objections, like overcome those objections right off the bat in my copy, in my sales letters, in my videos, in my content. Everything I can produce can be geared towards overcoming those objections, so I get way more results with the actual launch than I even did with the pre-launch. So that was that's basically wraps up the whole strategy. It is pretty simple, but that's how it looks.
And I want to, is there a way, I want to see your special one-time offer video, because I feel like that might push some people over and maybe purchase it. Is there a way we can play it so I can actually?
Yeah, I can play it. I can play it just like I did the last video. I'm totally cool with that.
Okay.
By the way, I just want to know who's here with us. Jade said, what is the link to go into the draw? So Jade, Kim actually, pinned that link to this video. So you'll see her comment, it's pinned. You just click on that link and then you'll be able to get in the, into the wait list. And by the way, guys, I just want to mention this again because I see Stefan commented and he said, let's do it next week, Seki, let's chat. That's awesome. So anybody here who has a big audience that you know this software is good for, people who are monetizing Facebook organically, get in touch with me, because right now while I'm in the pre-launch, I'm doing as many Facebook Lives and engaging with as many audiences as possible. And this will be an opportunity for you guys to get paid commissions on the sale of these pre-order packages.
Two people off the bat. Andrew Cruzy is a big one. He built out his program monetizing off of Facebook organically, and J.R. Revis also has a program. Do you reach out to them?
So I'm talking to Andrew, not about the software, but actually interviewing him in my group. So it'll probably be good to mention this to him.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so
interview.
That's cool. Let's play this video though, guys. So you can, now here's the cool thing. You guys will get a look at what the offer is that I'm presenting for the pre-order. So I would strongly recommend, I know if you're watching this, there's a very, very slim chance, the chance is extremely small that this software is not going to be beneficial for you. Because if you're watching this, the fact that you're part of Kim's community, that means you're someone who's marketing online, you're using Facebook, you're here on Facebook. I know it's almost 98% certainty that you are building and monetizing an audience here on Facebook, which means that this software is for you. So right now you have the opportunity to get this on a pre-order deal before the first 100 people purchase. Once it hits 100 people, and I'm marketing this hard, and I'm also partnering up with some people who have really big audiences. Once this reaches 100 people, I'm closing this down. So you can watch this, see the offer, and then go into the funnel and actually take advantage of it. But also the other thing that I want to suggest is while you're watching it, see how I approach the sales video itself, so that when you're mimicking the strategy, you can also take the stuff that you learn from that approach and use it in your own. So give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to have to reshare my screen with the audio this time, and then we can play the video.
Oh, interesting. You should reshare without audio? I didn't know.
Yeah. I just didn't want to get like the notification sounds and stuff like that, so I took it off. But now I'll put it back with the sound.
What's interesting to me is that I don't see a demo of it working yet. That's interesting to me.
Yeah, I have not put a demo out because we're still cleaning up the user experience and stuff. So I don't want to do a demo with the wrong, like the user experience, not what it's actually going to look like, right? So I haven't been doing a demo, and this is the cool thing, guys. Like people sometimes think you need to have a demo to sell it. No, you don't need to have a demo to sell it, because people have been pre-ordering it without the demo. I would say what's more important is that you know the problem your software is solving, and your messaging, your story, and everything is very, very straightforward. It's very clear to people when they go through the funnel what my software is for, and that my software will help them. So even without, and also I do describe how the software works, that you simply click a button on the landing page. I show like basically 4 steps to how the software works. So it is very straightforward. But yeah, I put this out before I even created a demo, which the demo I will have for the actual launch, but for right now in the pre-launch, I actually don't even have a demo on the page because we're still cleaning up that user experience exactly the way that I want it to look. But yeah, let's check out this video so you guys can see the pre-order deal. Hey there, it's Zeki again, and I want to congratulate you for reserving your spot on the wait list. You'll be among the first to know when CommentFunnels opens up to the public. On the next page, you'll be able to secure your free entry into our giveaway contest to win a lifetime license to CommentFunnels. You'll also be able to get unlimited additional entries to increase your chances of winning by simply sharing this giveaway with your friends or with your audience. We'll announce the winners by email on August 19th, so make sure to mark that date down in your calendar. Now, before you go to the next page, you're going to want to watch the rest of this video because I'm about to give you a very special one-time offer that's only available right here, right now, for the first 100 people who say yes. You see, the reason you joined this waitlist is because you understand that the biggest problem with organic marketing is the amount of time and effort it requires. The time that you or your teammates spend doing repetitive tasks like Facebook comments can be better invested into other areas that would really help take your business to the next level. Now, a lot of business owners suffer from this idea that the only way to get these things off of your plate is to hire a new assistant or assign someone on your team to perform these tasks. But that can get really costly. It also means you'll have to spend extra time and effort to properly train them, and it'll take their focus away from other things you can have them doing instead. But you might feel like it's the only option. Either you pay somebody or you end up leaving hordes of leads, sales, and potential business on the table. But nothing could be further from the truth. There is a better way. So if you're a business owner who wants to get more organic leads and sales on Facebook while spending less time and money, then the answer is simple. You need CommentFunnels. CommentFunnels will help you start boosting your sales and making more money with Facebook on autopilot. It'll save you and your team members from having to spend so much time doing repetitive work. It'll let you focus your energy in the places that really matter to help you scale your business to the next level. Most importantly, it'll help you increase your impact while maintaining your peace of mind. And you know what makes this even better? You'll be able to start seeing results immediately as soon as you start using the software. Isn't that awesome? Now, normally I charge at least $1,000 per year to give you access to this amazing tool. The truth is, you'd have to pay way more than that to hire somebody to do the same work for you. But here's the cool part. Since it's our pre-launch, I've decided to offer you guaranteed lifetime access to CommentFunnels for the one-time cost of just $197 when you pre-order it today. With it, you'll get tons of bonuses that'll help you get better results faster when you use the software. So again, if you're a business owner who wants to get more organic leads and sales on Facebook while spending less time and money, understand this. This special deal is only available right here, right now, for those first 100 people who say yes. If you don't act now, the only guaranteed way to get your hands on this software is by waiting until we publicly launch and then purchasing an ongoing subscription at full price, which is going to be way more than what you're getting it for today. Also, if you end up being one of the winners for our free lifetime license giveaway on August 19th, you don't have to worry. We're going to refund your payment right away. And last but not least, when you pre-order today, it's a zero risk investment thanks to our 30 days, 100% money back guarantee. We'll give you 30 days from the day you receive your installation link to decide if CommentFunnels is right for you. And if you change your mind, we'll happily refund you with no questions asked. Look, you already know that CommentFunnels holds the key to your success in getting more leads and sales with less effort. So take action today and click the green button below to pre-order CommentFunnels right now while this offer is still available. Go click the green yes button now.
I
So
feel
that
like
wraps
you
up
should
the
have an
video.
arrow. I feel like at the end you should have an arrow, like go click it now, like the arrow,
Yeah.
or like a little tiny like video playing the click or something, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh my God, that was so good. Do you have that done on Fiverr or?
No, actually, I used the software to do it. I can't
Oh,
remember what it's called.
you
Biteable, I
don't,
think.
you don't know what the software is called? Do you have an affiliate link
But
for that
yeah,
software?
I think it has an affiliate program. I'll have to look, but yeah.
Definitely link it so that I can grab it because those videos were so awesome. Oh my God, I love those
Yeah.
videos. And the messaging, you scripted that, right?
Yeah, so that took a long time. See that for me when it comes to building funnels, I was dreading writing those scripts. That's always the hardest part for me is the VSLs. I finished the whole funnel, the design and everything and whatever, but then I was like sitting on the video scripts for like 2 straight days, just like thinking and dreading writing it. And then I just got down to actually writing it, and then I was like, oh man, I should have just done this much earlier. But yeah.
That was so good. You have scarcity. You have you know, the vision. You drew out the vision for them. You just you framed it in a way where the investment isn't like thousands of dollars or paying a VA lots of money and.
Yeah.
So anyways, I really admire that. That
Thanks.
all was put
Appreciate it.
together really well. Oh my gosh, Zeki.
Yeah, guys. So if you guys want to see the actual video with your own eyes and want to pre-order comment funnels, go to the link, or even just get on the wait list. Just go to the link that Kim shared in the comments or somewhere around this video.
Yeah, and to get 10 points from your sharing, all you have to do is answer his question. Like if you went on there and you bought it, why did you buy it? If you didn't buy it, what's stopping you from buying it?
Exactly.
So those two feedback will really help Zeki hone in on his message for the actual launch. So don't miss out on the fact that you can get a lifetime copy and not have to pay monthly for the rest of your life, which could result in hundreds of thousands of dollars. Who knows?
Yeah, for sure. And by the way, guys, I also recommend become an affiliate and share, spread the word. Because right now I'm going like really hard marketing this, and I even posted earlier on Facebook today. I was like, I put a message, and I was like, yeah, guys, I'm gonna be bombarding your news feeds for a while, because the thing is, I'm 100% certain that people who don't get to hear about it right now or who don't take advantage of it are going to regret that they didn't either get that opportunity or they didn't just jump on it, because later on it is going to be available by subscription. You're not going to be able to get the deal that you're getting right now. And I know for a fact that this is something that everyone's going to need, because the reason that I created it was because this was a huge problem I was facing. And I kept asking other people if they had a solution. And the only solution that people had was to hire somebody. And I was like, well, I'm not hiring someone for something I know I can automate. So do you have a tool or do you not have a tool? And nobody had one. Now there is a solution. So I know everyone's going to need this. So jump on it.
Yes, and also I remember very briefly, because of my memory, I don't know if it's true or not, but I remember you asking me for a solution like this. I remember a long time ago, you were like, hey Kim, can you make this? And I've since made so many things that was just like a message that got lost. And then
I remember you were one of the people that I messaged, and then I was just like, okay, so it's been in the back of my mind since then, and I was like, yeah, I got to get around to creating this tool because it's just too much.
Yeah, and what sparked you to make the tool though? Because you've had it in the back of your mind for a long time. Like, what is it? Is it because you saw other people launching? Is it because you're like, maybe I can do that? But what was that spark that made you go, I'm doing it?
Kim, the reason I waited for a while was because the thing is, jumping in and creating a software is a new thing for me, right? I've been doing affiliate marketing and promoting digital products and whatever, and even promoting softwares, but never creating one. And even though I knew it was a huge problem I had, I was kind of like, I don't know if this is actually going to take off or not, So I was like, I don't know if I want to hire a developer and have it created and all that kind of stuff. But then I just decided, because I kept facing this issue where I was like, I need this software anyways. And I was like, I think I had a conversation with a couple different people when I would do the interviews with them and whatever. And and it kind of came up in conversation that I was like, yeah, I might be creating a software to fix this problem. And then when I said it to some people, they're like, yo, when you have it, you need to let me know. Like, I need that. And then when I got that response from a couple people, I was like, okay, so I'm not the only one. I should actually create this. So then I decided to do it. I was still a little bit like, you know, when you're creating the software, if you're not a coder like me and you're hiring someone else, like you got to invest a bit of money up front, right? So I was still like, you know, it's a bit of a, like I'm just kind of taking a jump to see if it, I don't know if I'll actually get a return on this or not. But I just decided to do it and then started marketing it and then saw that, you know, it's just been really good response. So I was like, okay, this was a good idea.
And it paid for itself even
Yeah,
before
exactly.
you do the real launch. So, and for me, I've been preaching this all the time. I'm like, come on, it will work. It will work for you. Just invest in it. And I've been saying Chrome extensions like all the
Yeah,
time.
it's pretty awesome. You know, now that I'm actually like pre-launching this and have this out, like I realize this is amazing. Like like I want to focus on growing this because it's just such it's such a powerful asset. I've sold a lot of different things online now as an affiliate and also some of my own stuff. And software is just it's a completely different ball game. There's just so many different advantages. Like for someone who's if you have a problem that you found that you can solve, then software is just it's a very, very smart way to build your online income. That's what I feel like, because you have so many advantages with it compared to other ways of, you know, other things that you can be selling. So I'm really, really excited for this.
Yeah. And you use my team to do it.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes, I love it. I love the fact that you got into my program super early. I love that you're launching now. I love that you're seeing the power of it, and I can only see you continue growing. And I think at some points you're gonna hit like 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month, and you're only gonna keep growing with that. And it will essentially just bulletproof your income. You don't have to create a lot of new content. You don't have to make all these next summits and all these
Yeah.
things. It's going to like provide you that cash flow for you to put it back in or invest in other Chrome extensions. Who knows? But okay, well, thank you so much for spending this time with me today. And guys, thanks so much for joining. Hey, Paul. Hey, Trey. Hey, Oscar. Hey, Timothy. A lot of people still don't know the power of this, and this makes me so thrilled that you're launching. I'm like, yes, Zeki, yes. Anyways, Zeki, thanks for joining me today, and all the best of luck to your future success. And I will link you up with all the influencers that I know that this software could help their community.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely, Kim. I really appreciate that. So give me heads up and connect me with whoever, especially now because like the next week and a half I'm going really hard with like Facebook Lives and whatever. So the more people we can get this in front of, the better.
All right, cool. Do it. All right.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. You guys can't wait to select the winners. Make sure you get on that wait list. Just click the link that Kim pinned to the comments.
Click the link. Click the link. Okay. All right. Bye.
Oh yeah, if you liked that video, then you will love all the resources that I have over at kimcdang.com. That is KIMCDANG.com. There you will find all my courses, my extensions, all the offers that I have, as well as a lot of free resources if you are just getting started.